Merry Christmas. I'm going to do a video of how to make gluten-free waffles. This is something that's been in my family for years and years and years. I'm kind of doing this while I've got grandkids over here unwrapping presents, so there's going to be a little bit of a background noise, but that's what we do at Christmas time. So anyways, let's start with this. So I use a box mix namas. This is gluten-free, and this has been the best so far I've found for making waffles. And then we use kibasi. I've been using this because this is actually made in Georgia, but any type of smoked sausage you can get is actually really good. You don't have to get smoked, but I find this works really well. I've got a Waring waffle maker that actually does 2 waffles at a time. So you can see this thing rotates around. That's great. I use a little bit of spray pan and a big mixing bowl. So let me go ahead and get the mix started, and then we've also got to cut up these sausages. I basically dice this up into small pieces, and this is going to be a unique type of waffle that you probably never had, but it really makes an excellent waffle by adding this. Alright, so I cut the link into strips here, and then what I do is I take each one of those sections and I cut it into 8 pieces. So you can see this is now divided, and then what I do is I come back and cut it like this into small diced chunks, and that works great in the waffle maker. So take each one of these links, I guess you would call them, and then cut them into 8 strips and then dice it. Alright, so here's what it looks like when it's diced or cubed. I don't know how you want to say it, but that's about the size that you want right there. Okay, here's the recipe for making these waffles. Now, what's curious is this, I always thought this was screwed up, but this bag right here actually contains 2 batches. You would think they'd put 2 bags in here so you'd have 1 batch for each. So when you're reading this recipe, it says for 1 batch of waffles, you basically have to double this up. So where it says 2 eggs, you have to use 4 eggs. 2 tablespoons of oil, you use 4. 1.5 cups of water or milk. I use 2% milk. And then we mix these this dry mix in here. It's the whole thing. And basically mix it up, and then what I do is I mix the sausage in there, and then we're basically ready to go. So let me go ahead and put the eggs and mix together. Now to recap, I did a double batch here, so it took 8 eggs, it took 8 tablespoons of oil, it took 3 cups of milk, and I just finished mixing it up here with the mixer, and it comes out with a nice batch. So now all I got to do is add the sausage and just stir it in. Now the one thing I do is I hit this with a little bit of spray pan, both sections here, just to get it lightly done. And I close this up, flip it over the other way. I don't know why I put the cap on the pan. Just give it a very light coating. Alright, you take a heaping spoonful like this, or ladleful. It might have been a little bit too heaping. And we wait a couple minutes till the light comes on. Anyways, here's the finished product. This is fantastic, and I put maple syrup on mine, some butter and maple syrup, and that is about the best waffle you can ever make. Alright, well, enjoy. Merry Christmas. I hope this has been helpful for you. It takes a long time to find the right things that you can eat when you have to eat gluten-free, and this is one that's really an excellent recipe. All right, God bless. Merry Christmas.